Welcome to the Learning Center Academic Coaching Series. I am Najami Lazama, your personal development academic life coach. And today I am having an intimate conversation with Imara, one of Mega Ever's finest students. And the reason why I say finest is because we at Mega Evers College, we are dedicated into shaping the lives not only of one becoming an awesome, amazing scholar, but shaping the lives and minds of creating great citizens to serve on this planet. So, Imara, thank you for having this intimate conversation with me.
Thank you for having me.
So, Imara, I would like you to share what was some of the things that sabotage maybe your success in earlier semesters of becoming better?
One thing that sabotaged me was my anxiety issues, and also overthinking certain things that were not worth overthinking. For instance, in class, when it came to a particular topic that I didn't understand, after the professor would explain it, I still wouldn't understand it. And I would ask a second time for them to explain it again. And after doing that, I still wouldn't understand it. And I felt like I didn't want to hold the class back. And even though some professors would encourage me to ask again if I didn't understand, I felt the pressure on other students, even if there wasn't any pressure. And I felt, all right, let me just take the time myself to study this material further. That's one thing that sabotaged me. Another thing that sabotaged me was not communicating with the professors and being honest with them about what exactly I had troubles with. Because what I noticed is with some professors, they would have their days, and if they didn't have a very good day, you would kind of see something, like you would notice it when they come into the class, and I would not realize that I'm a student paying for these courses, and then I would have that affect me asking them the questions that I should have asked. So in one course, there was a student as well as a professor that just continued to push me and encourage me to ask more questions because they read it on my face that I wasn't clear about the topic. Because in other cases, when I did understand, it was clear. And they saw that I was still a little bit indifferent, like, I'm not sure. And then that's what encouraged me to, just persist and until I got it. And then I used that in the rest of my classes to get
That's
through
fantastic. So, what are your long range goals of the career choice that you're going to make when you graduate here from Medgar?
Well, my major is computer science, and just a few days ago, I realized that I'm very interested in graphics because I was paying attention to what I do in my free time. I do a few doodles in my book, and I love to watch a lot of like animation, cartoons, and movies and things like that. And for some, I just had this goal of like maybe having a character that would be featured in one of the shows that I watched. So
Nice.
that encouraged me to get further into the graphics. And for some reason, I was just anxious because when I look at the software that creates these things, it just looks so complicated to me and I didn't want to start it. So one of my advisors in the computer science department, he really knocked that anxiety out. And
Right.
he gave me some advice. One quote that he said was to fail fast. And in looking at when I think of that quote, it let me realize that I'm going to stumble anyway. So
Yes.
I shouldn't be afraid of stumbling since it's already inevitable. So
That's right.
that kind of loosened me up a bit, and I would just go for it.
Well, there's a great quote that mirrors what your professor said. You have to fail your way to success. You
Yeah.
have to fail. Making mistakes in school is okay. If you did not make a mistake, how would you know what to do or what not to do?
Right.
So there are times when we beat up on ourselves and we tend to create more sabotage. We sabotage our endeavors because I'm not good enough, or I don't know, this looks too hard.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do different this semester compared to next semester as you move forward?
Well, sometimes the fear is still in me, but I learned to handle it in a different way. I actually read a book that was called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And that gave me a different perspective on fear. So I don't see it as an enemy. I just see it as something that's there, and I would just go ahead and do it. Like, I don't know. I kind of imagine it as like a little person that's just going on your head and nagging you and saying that you're doing this too much, and just kind of chatting on me and saying that I'm too much of this and too much of that. So I would notice it, but I just treat it in a different way. Like, okay, this is here. I can't do anything about it, but this is what I want to get done. So
you are going to develop or have developed some good study habits.
Yeah.
So one of your study habits that you're going to do this semester is what? One of your study habits that you're going to do this semester? One
study habit, aside from looking through my notes ahead of time, is I would take the exam. Looking at the exam, it's in a different format that's compared to my notes. So I would take an exam that was given to the students of last year, because the way how it's displayed gives me anxiety. And when I hear that it's a final exam, I'm thinking that this is it. And if I don't pass this, then I fail at life. So I've conditioned myself to get more comfortable by taking that exam, and I would do that during my own time before the final actually came. And I would continue to do that until my grades improved, and when the actual final exam came about, I didn't have much anxiety. It was like I've been here before, so because the anxiety, it would kind of cloud my what I know, and even though I would know. Even though I've done well in the class throughout the semester, just knowing that it's the final exam and knowing that the exam looks so different from my notes, it made me uneasy. So that method. So
one advice you would give incoming freshmen here in Medgar, since you were a freshman, one advice that you would give them?
I would say that any concerns or questions that you have, bring it up to the professor, and also talk about it, because in doing that, you would realize the resources that are available at the school.
Was the Learning Center helpful to you during your time here?
Yes, I would say it was helpful. I only sought tutoring twice, but it was also helpful. I sought tutoring from you, and it was also like a counseling, as well as going through the exam that not the exam. I'm sorry, the paper that I had due. I also got some counseling advice regarding how to control my nerves and the chatterbox in my head.
Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing this intimate conversation about becoming a better student here at Medgar Evers College. Mm-hmm. And I would like to say that, yes, I am a tutor at the Learning Center. And one of the things that we are working on in the academic coaching series is to help students to override their stinking thinking, develop great personal habits, learn how to create tools, create like a carpenter or a mechanic, how they have tools in their toolkit. We are working on helping students to develop these tools to help them to become better students. Also, helping you to handle your stress. Stress is part of life. There are two different types of stress. Distress that creates disease, and eustress that propels you to become better. As you heard Imara said, the professors saw her anxiety and they encouraged her to become better. And we also will be touching upon in the academic coaching series certain foods that will help to build the brain, help to give you energy for the body. So I believe in you. I know you can do it. Again, you have to fail your way to success. Do not be afraid of making mistakes. If you didn't make a mistake, how will you know what to do right and what to do wrong? So this is Najami Lazama, your personal development academic coach. and I'm here to support you. I'm here to encourage you because I know that you matter and that you are an amazing scholar and you have a lot to contribute to this world by being a student here at Medgar.